We are gathered here to fill you with I bought an old handheld video game system, an old Game Boy at a garage sale. It was a bargain. It was just 25 cents. I was so excited. It took me back to my childhood. So much nostalgia. I can't wait to play. I knew this was going to be good. It was still in pretty good condition, and it came with a game in addition. It was Mario. I used to play this game for hours on end. I couldn't wait to play it again. I got settled down for the night, and I thought I would play a few rounds. Suddenly, the Game Boy lost its sound. I turned the Game Boy off and then back on. Everything was fine. I didn't find anything wrong. After a while, I thought to myself it was time for me to go to bed. So I turned the Game Boy off again. I woke up at 3 a.m. because I could hear music in my room. I was really scared to even move. Then I realized it was the Game Boy. It somehow turned back on. I sat up and looked around, but there was nothing. Nothing was found. Then I started to hear clicking, like someone was playing the game. I felt afraid. Then the Game Boy console went dark. It cut completely off. I just sat there in shock. Then I heard movement in my room. I could hear walking. I thought I heard tapping from shoes. I was petrified, so I started to pray. But then I started to see a shape. A small boy at the foot of my bed. Now, let us take a little break, just for a moment for us to say, please take this time to like and comment. We love to hear from you, for you to let us know you like what we do. And if you're new, please subscribe and become a part of our crew. Thank you. He just stood there. Then he said,
"Do you want to play my game?"
Then he started to giggle and he faded away. I jumped up and turned on my lights. The Game Boy was laying there right at the foot of my bed. I stayed awake the rest of the night. I won't dare close my eyes. The next day, I went back to the house where I bought the Game Boy to speak with the seller, to find where the Game Boy came from, if there was something she could tell me. She was a woman in her mid-40s. She was very nice. She invited me in to chat. She gave me some tea and a slice of pie. She told me the Game Boy belonged to her little boy, and her husband gave it to him for his birthday. He used to love to play with it almost every day. I asked her, where is her son now, if she didn't mind me asking. She told me he and his father are dead. They were in a tragic car accident. Her husband went to pick up her son from school, and on their way home, a truck hit them. They were T-boned. The police were able to recover the Game Boy from the accident. She said, "I kept the Game Boy for a long time, since it was special to him." I apologized for opening old wounds. She told me it was okay. She was happy for someone to have it, to play with and use. I didn't have the heart to tell her that her son's spirit visited me last night. Instead, I thanked her for the conversation, tea and pie. Then I left. It just felt right. Now, knowing what I know, I kept the Game Boy, and I still play with it from time to time. And when I do, sometimes I see the little boy watching me play, smiling as he sits by my side.